Hi everyone and welcome to Vlogmas Day 13. Wow, lucky number 13, we're finally here. I am sitting on the couch in the front room. I have my coffee, I just made it, and it's absolutely delicious. I got the brown sugar creamer from Albertsons, and it's really good so far actually. I think I've had it before though, so I was pretty sure I would like it. So yeah, I'm sitting here on the couch and I'm gonna edit today's Vlogmas and hopefully get it uploaded and everything ready to go by noon. But today I'm gonna vlog just like a normal vlog, and as you guys know, I'm reading Cult Following right now, so I'm definitely gonna read that once I'm done editing. And I also really want to start the book Shakespeare's Sisters. I posted myself with it on Instagram yesterday and I'm like, you know what, I kind of want to start it, so I might do that as well today. But yeah, for now I'm just sitting here on the couch chilling and just about to start editing my video. Yeah, it is actually really good. Also, we're having a rainy day today, so that's gonna be really fun. So it's actually the next day. It's crazy how busy the road is on a Friday in the middle of the day. Where are all these people going? Go home. So today's actually Friday. I know I didn't really get to do much yesterday, and for some reason I just ended up not really being in the mood to vlog, so I need to kind of make up some of that today. I will let you guys know what I've been up to. I did take a shower yesterday, washed my hair, everything, and so this morning I blow dried it, I straightened it. Looks a lot better now. I also have this really cute red clip in my hair. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it is so cute. I ended up kind of deciding that, like I said I think a few Vlogmases ago, I am over the holiday romance. We are not doing that anymore. So I have been trying to find a new book to read since yesterday. I ended up checking out The Removed by Brandon Hobson from Libby. And this book is about a Cherokee family, and they have, I don't know if it's recently, but I think it's like within the last few years, they have lost one of their sons. And it's just kind of like the fallout from that, like how grief continues on. It's just kind of like a portrait of this entire family. So I've been reading that. I am about 13% of the way through this book. So far it's pretty good. I would say that the writing style is pretty simplistic, at least for my taste. It's not really evoking any sort of emotion from me so far. I wish that it was written in a little bit more of like a descriptive way. I know that that might not be everybody's taste, so if you're really into more simplistic language, then I would highly recommend it, so far at least. But yeah, I think just like, especially since this feels more like character portraits, I would like it to be a bit more descriptive. But yeah, so far not so bad. I really want to focus on literary fiction or just like books that are going to make me think a little bit more. So yeah, that's why I ended up picking up this book. And now I'm just enjoying my Alani. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to film today or not. I kind of want to, only because I want to talk about some of my favorite like wintry Christmas time movies. Yesterday I ended up watching When Harry Met Sally, and it's like seriously one of my favorite movies of all time. I've seen this movie at least a dozen times at this point. I love it so much. It's just like easily one of the best movies ever made. And so I kind of want to just talk about some of my favorite movies, so maybe I will do that. But yeah, technically I'm doing double duty today because I need to finish yesterday's vlog and also film something for tomorrow. Okay, so I was looking up whether the movie Love at First Sight was set during the winter time, and it is. I couldn't remember though. That was the reason, like I was Googling it, so I'm like, I couldn't remember. And I'm like, you know what, let me just Google like winter movies, maybe it'll like spark some inspiration for me of like what I should include on my winter movies slash holiday movies list. And I need to remind people that Frozen is not a winter movie. Frozen is not set during the winter. I don't know why people like to put this on like winter or holiday movie lists. Frozen has nothing to do with Christmas. Frozen has nothing to do with winter. Yeah, there's snow, but the snow is during the summer. That's why it's weird. That's like literally the entire plot of the movie. She made it snow during the summer. That's why I'm like, people don't realize that it doesn't take place during winter. Like, I get that there's snow, I get that that's a thing, but the whole plot of the movie is that the snow is out of place. The snow isn't because it's winter, the snow is because Elsa has ice powers. I thought that this was common knowledge. Like, why are people putting this on winter movie lists? Like, sure, you could watch it during the winter, but you could watch any movie during the winter. That doesn't make it a winter movie just because you watch it during the winter. That's been a pet peeve of mine ever since Frozen came out. And I think because Frozen came out during like late fall, people just assume that like, and because of the snow obviously, that like it's a winter movie or a cold month movie. And I'm like, it's not. Like literally Big Summer Blowout, anybody? Like I can't remember when exactly it takes place. I want to say July or August. I can't remember, but it's during like the middle of summer. Like it's genuinely summer. So yeah, stop putting it on winter or Christmas movie lists. You can put the Frozen Olaf's whatever adventure, I can't remember what it's called, but the Olaf short, you could put that in like a winter slash Christmas movie list, and it is pretty good. But the regular Frozen movie, no. Though I will say Frozen 2, that is a fall movie, and we love that. I would actually love, if they are going to do like a series of Frozen movies, they need to set them at different times of the year. I would love for Frozen 3, even though I hate the idea of Frozen 3, but if we have to live in a world where Frozen 3 exists, make it a winter movie. Make it a winter movie. And then Frozen 4 can be a spring movie. That would be cool. Okay, so I just got done filming my video. We actually got interrupted by a launch from Elon Musk, so that's a little unfortunate. Also, the lighting has been just weird throughout the entire video because the sun keeps going in and out of the clouds, and I'm using my windows for natural lighting because I think it just looks good. That's been a little bit of a struggle. But I also totally forgot to talk about this, but I kind of started rereading Hamlet last night. I saw on TikTok a clip of this actress performing Hamlet's soliloquy, and I hated it. I personally hated her performance. I just thought it was like really weird and out of character and didn't really make sense for where the soliloquy is situated within the play. She was getting a performance that was very like unhinged and very kind of like hysterical. And if you don't know, in the context of Hamlet, his soliloquy kind of comes in towards like semi the beginning, but also kind of towards the middle. And it's done when he's alone. You know, he's kind of started to unravel a lot of like the things that he's been suspecting about his father's death and his uncle and stuff like that. But you know, the soliloquy is to be or not to be, that is a question, whether she's nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. He's basically, it's like to himself, he's really being reflective and having a bit of like an existential moment. And if you don't know, like Hamlet throughout this play, in order to kind of like suss out what is going on, he pretends to act crazy and hysterical when he's around other people, but while he's by himself, he's kind of more of like his logical like Hamlet, like not quite as emotionally uninhibited, you know what I mean? When he's by himself, he's definitely just more Hamlet. So it doesn't really make sense to play the soliloquy where he's by himself, he's being introspective, to play it hysterical. It just doesn't make sense within the context of the play. I think it's an interesting choice. Is it the correct choice? No, at least not personally, as somebody who's read Hamlet many times, like more times than I can possibly count. And so that kind of inspired me to do a little bit of a reread of Hamlet and kind of go back through it, look at all of my little annotations that are in here. I have a lot of them. As you can see, even like the soliloquy, I have a lot of annotations throughout. So yeah, like the performance just didn't make sense to me. I saw a lot of people in the comments who really enjoyed it, but they were also the same people who were saying that they had never really understood Hamlet until that point. And I'm like, well, you still don't understand it because that performance is incorrect, at least in the context of Hamlet. I think it's fine if you take it out of context, or even if you situate that soliloquy towards the end of the play, it would make a lot more sense, because as the play continues on, you kind of start to be like, is Hamlet really acting mad, or is he actually mad? Mad as in crazy. And so you kind of like have that as it progresses, but at this point in the play, before the midpoint of the play, you're not really there yet. He's not even there yet. So to act out that soliloquy as if he is insane or just like emotionally unhinged doesn't make sense, because for the most part within the play there is that distinction between normal Hamlet and crazy Hamlet. And to kind of blur those lines for that soliloquy, interesting choice, doesn't really make sense. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion as someone who's really into Shakespeare and has been for a really long time. Other people can disagree with me. That's totally fine. It's not that big of a deal. But I personally just didn't like that performance, and it inspired me to do a reread. So that's what we've been doing. I forgot how good it is. Jesus, I forgot how incredible Hamlet is. We've been doing that. I made myself a nice coffee, and I really need to get on with like reading a bit more. I'm still not sure if I want to continue on with that book, only because I'm like not having like a huge emotional investment to it, if that makes any sense. Like, I really want to read a book that is gonna make me feel something, and I haven't felt anything yet with this book, so I don't know if I should like continue on with it, but I really want to read something. I've kind of had my eye on this book, which I actually own. It's We Were the Universe by Kimberly King Parsons, and it sounds really interesting, and I've just like been thinking about it. It says, a young mother in denial after the death of her sister navigates the dizzying landscapes of desire, guilt, and grief in this darkly comic, highly anticipated debut novel from Kimberly King Parsons, author of the story collection Black Light. And I think that that's really interesting, and I think that that would be a fun book to read, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I still have to figure that out. So we might pick this one up, or I just might have to do a little bit more searching of like what it is I really want to read. The dark lipstick right now is freaking me out. I'm feeling very like 2015 Ally, which is a choice, and it was a moment. Is it the best moment? Maybe. I think it was iconic, but I don't know, like I don't know about the dark matte lip, but I think it looked good in the video, so that's why I kept it. I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to read, and I will update you guys once I do, and then I think that might be the end of today's vlog. Okay, so I have been back from Planet. We ended up actually going to Walmart as well, and I didn't really get much of there. I just got like an A&W Zero Sugar, which I love. Those are like the best. I got this candy cane that I've already had a little bit of, and that's literally about it. We really only went there because my brother needed to pick up 2 pizzas for dinner, so that's what we ended up having. And now dinner's over, and I need to post this vlog today. It's not good because it's a little bit late, but that's okay, you know, who cares. I also was able to pick up a different book. I don't know if I'll continue on with the other one, but I did end up picking up Holding Pattern by Jenny Z, or she. Hold on, let me look up how you pronounce this author's name. Maybe I can find it somewhere. I hate when I'm trying to look up how to pronounce an author's name and every single video I can find of them, they don't say their name. So I always get annoyed when people are like, just look up their name, just look it up. And I'm like, I'm trying to look it up, but there's literally no video of them saying their name. And I don't want to just look up like a general pronunciation of their name, because like people pronounce their names differently. Even if it's like the same spelling, they're from the same place, whatever, they might pronounce it just a little bit differently, and I want to try to pronounce it as close to them as possible. So I don't want to just like, you know, take the general pronunciation of her last name and just be like, oh, that's good enough. Like if I end up not being able to find how to pronounce her name, that's okay, but like still I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I literally cannot find a video of Jenny saying her last name. Oh, so frustrating. Authors, I need you to say your name. I need you to say your name, please. Okay, I can't find a pronunciation of her last name, at least at this moment. I might try to look for it later, but this is Holding Pattern, and it's really good so far. I'm only about maybe 20 minutes into this audiobook, but so far so good. At least from my cursory research, she looks like she's a poet, which is really awesome. I think that that usually bodes pretty well for me, at least when it comes to what I can expect from their writing. I like an author who is also a poet. I think that's great. So yeah, that's the book I ended up choosing. We're gonna read it. I will update you guys maybe in the next couple of days. And yeah, that's it for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you all tomorrow.